On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I don't think it's a situation where it's a small percentage of men impregnating all the women. Absolutely not. I think that it's way more spread out than that. That's why I think whatever the question was earlier, I said that it's kind of balanced because, yeah, sure, there are some women who share babies' dads or whatever. But realistically, I mean, if anybody has a data source that proves this, I will completely be okay.
With that said, not all that logic. Welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Jared, why you I hate that sound. I don't.
Let me suck them titties, babe.
It is my least favorite one.
I know you love it.
I
Welcome
hate
to
it.
Let's Talk. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Also get them likes up. I had to break the barrier right there, man. You had a solid
demonetized.
Wall up there,
I cannot stand it. Oh my goodness.
yeah, I know. Can't stand them titties.
So then how come there's so many children?
Oh, that's your last question, Kay, for this segment.
You're regulating, okay?
Yeah, that's your last one.
How come there's so many children that are born outside of marriages if men are not? I'm just trying to see how this works.
So are you asking, let me ask you this, Kay. Are you saying when you say how come there are so many children born outside of wedlock, right?
Yeah, out of a marriage. I mean, which okay.
So let's look at that. Like, so if we look at that from the woman's perspective and we say what she has multiple kids by different baby daddies, or are you saying the daddy that has multiple baby mamas?
I'm not specifically.
You're not making the distinction?
No,
okay, go ahead.
I'm saying that I know it takes a man and a woman to create a child. So if a lot of children are being born, we can't really say that men are not out here engaging in certain activities with women because, and it's not that all women just are out here with the same 3 baby daddies sharing them amongst everybody. I mean, there's
I think it's important to know too that I don't think it's a whole lot of babies being born, period. Matter of fact, in the Black community, babies has been on a decline.
Well, pregnancy.
That is true.
So a lot of babies aren't being born. It just so happens the ones that are not being in a marriage.
But think about pregnancies too. We know about abortion rates and all that. In our community, there's a lot. So like there are pregnancies.
A lot of times people
had, but that's too.
People are redefining what they
conversation.
It is because people are redefining what a relationship means. So like somebody like me believes that you shouldn't have kids out of wedlock, but a lot of people are in long-term relationships according to them that would also define, or dictate whether or not they feel comfortable in having a kid out of wedlock. So that doesn't apply to the whole narrative that guys largely, like I know a lot, like I coach a lot of guys just on some money type tip. Like I be, pushing them through their careers and stuff. And so the first thing that I do a lot of times when I coach somebody is I go through a deep dive of what they like, life like, and who they are and what they are. And a lot of guys are saying, yo, Anton, I'm not checking for these chicks no more. Like I'm not focused on them at all. I'm 1000% focused on my grind, leveling up, getting fit, getting my money right, my career. That's all I care about. I completely cut out any kind of activity when it comes to chasing these chicks at all. Dudes is not approaching women like that no more. Real talk.
Yeah, I mean, the assertion was about, so I think you and I don't know, somebody else said that men are not out here just, doing whatever. But I'm saying that based on the fact that lots of pregnancies occur, that would mean that men are out here because it takes a man
to be
pregnant.
They're not. What they're defining as relationships is similar to my mindset towards marriage. It doesn't necessarily mean they don't mean that they're out here just slanging D. Like they in something a lot of times. And of course you're going to have the guys that's just having a whole lot of kids. But what I'm saying is that just because there's kids being born does not mean that guys are not exercising big discipline. All right. Let's take Rilla. You know what I'm saying? Rilla's chilling. Like he's with one woman, whatever, with his girl or whatever like that. He's not necessarily married. His situation is slightly, is different than mine. But so would you put him in that same category, considering what we just defined it as? Like, yeah, he's having sex outside of marriage, so to speak.
He
I'm
definitely
assuming.
is.
No, the point.
You know what I'm saying? But
I think what I was pushing back on was the thing that I think you said it, Anton, specifically, that a lot of men are not out here just having sex or whatever. But I'm saying that based on the fact that a lot of women get pregnant,
Hey, so that
whether
was the
it,
last question. Like
whether
5
it
questions
ends
ago.
in a
yeah,
birth
we can move
or
on because we're gonna go
whatever.
down
Yeah, they're gonna be all
a
day.
spiral. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay, that's what we always do. Go ahead.
We know. We gave you the floor for
Yeah, but the
30
questions
minutes.
were never answered.
30
it was
minutes.
not 30 minutes.
If any questions weren't answered, it's because you didn't answer the questions.
OG Pimpin answered your question very clearly. I was over there getting my drink. I heard it. I still had my headphones on.
And you said, "Let me ask another question."
People are saying that men are not out here, engaging in whatever, and they are, because a lot of people get pregnant. Like, how can we? But okay, y'all want to think that
It's
they
because they're doing some shady stuff on the side in the bedrooms. What they doing?
So let me ask you this, Kay. Are you saying that you think there's
themselves? Like, I'm just trying to figure
are
out
you
what's
saying
going
that you think it's a lot of men out here impregnating these women, or are you
women
saying
just jerking them off and
the only way for a woman to get pregnant?
stealing.
No. Listen to what I'm asking you, Kay.
Turkey
Listen to what I'm
baster.
asking you. I'm not asking you if men are getting women pregnant. I'm not asking you if you're asking if men are getting women pregnant. What I said was, are you saying that there are a lot of men out here getting all these women pregnant outside of wedlock?
Getting boxed.
As opposed to it being a small subset of men who are getting multiple women pregnant.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a situation where it's a small percentage of men impregnating all the women. Absolutely not. I think that it's way more spread out than that. That's why I think whatever the question was earlier, I said that it's kind of balanced, because yeah, sure, there are some women who share babies' dads or whatever, but realistically, I mean, if anybody has a data source that proves this, I will completely be okay.
With that said, all that logic. Welcome to Lapeef. Let's talk.
Jared, why you
sucking titties, baby.
I hate that sound. I don't.
Yeah, let me sucking titties, baby.
It is my least favorite one.
I know you love it.
I
Welcome
hate it.
Let's talk. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Also get them likes up. I had to break the barrier right there, man. You had a solid
demonetized.
Wall up
I cannot stand it. Oh my goodness.
there, yeah, I know. Can't stand them titties. Titties.